Hello, scholars. I am so happy to be back with you for our last distance learning lesson of the school year. It's coming from lesson 23 from your packet. So you know the deal. Pause this video, go and grab your packet, or go and grab a piece of paper and a pencil so we can continue to learn together. So, lesson 23 is all about converting measurements. But of course, like every week, there's a prerequisite skill that they want you to cover, which is multiplying with measurements. The example is going to be your best reference point if you're having trouble with what it means to multiply measurements. I did want to do a quick look, though, at number 1, which says, Yvonne's house has 4 bedrooms. It takes 1 gallon of paint to paint each bedroom. How many gallons of paint are needed to paint all bedrooms? Show how to add or multiply to find the answer. So there's many ways that you could approach this problem. The way I would approach it is I personally love to draw and visually see what the problem is saying. So I'm going to think about, what do I know and what do I not know? I know that Yvonne's house has 4 bedrooms. So if I were to draw a little tape diagram, I would draw it and then I would partition it into fourths. These fourths are not going to be perfect, but there they are. I have 4 different boxes. So it says that it takes 1 gallon of paint to paint each bedroom. So I'm going to put a gallon in here, a gallon in there, a gallon in there, and a gallon in there. And I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 gallons, or 1 times 4, which means that she is going to need 4 gallons to paint all of the bedrooms. So if I were to answer this problem, I would make sure to answer it a complete sentence, but I want you to use your awesome sentence building skills. So I'm just going to give you a quick sentence stem, which will say, Yvonne will need, and then you get to fill in the rest. So that's just a quick example of how we can use multiplication with measurements. But let's get into the real good stuff of the lesson, which is going to come on page 251. So join me at page 251. And let's look at this, where it talks about estimating with units of weight and mass. So there's an example here that talks about how a baker is selling a kilogram of dinner rolls to a restaurant. The kilogram of rolls is packaged in 4 bags with about 10 rolls in each bag. So it asks us how many dinner rolls or how much does a dinner roll weigh in grams? Well, it says there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. If there are 4 bags of 4 rolls and each bag holds about 10 rolls, there are about 40 rolls. Okay, so we just learned now in 4 bags there are 40 rolls. So it wants us to divide 1,000 grams by 40 to find the approximate weight of 1 roll. So when they did that math for us, so they said 1,000 divided by 40 equals 25. So this is important because now we know that each roll weighs about 25 grams. They're going to have you use this example to answer some questions. So let's go ahead and look at number 2. It says about how much does each bag of rolls weigh? Well, I know that each roll weighs about 25 grams, and I know that there's about 10 rolls in each bag. So I know that I'm going to have to create a what type of sentence. It's either going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So I want you to think on that, pause the video. I want you to create the sentence and then play it and see if you're correct. So hopefully you guys went ahead and said that it would be a multiplication sentence. So the multiplication sentence you would create would be 25 times 10. And we find out that 25 times 10 is equal to what? 250. And we don't want to forget our label, which is grams. So that's how we can estimate the units of mass with measurement. And I really would like you to go down and really try your best to solve 4, 5, and 6. It's having you look at this picture of frozen yogurt with a gram and then kilograms. And it really, if you pay close attention and you reference the example that is on page 251, I think you will have great success. Well, we're going to keep moving through the lesson so we can go through a few more problems. So, on page 253, this is where we're actually going to convert the units of weight and mass. So it says to study the example of showing how to convert a larger unit to a smaller unit, then solve problems 1 through 7. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to go ahead and read through the example and then play the video so we can go ahead and do number 3 together. Number 3 together. So hopefully you read through the example. And it wants, on number 3, for us to convert 2 kilograms to grams and 4 kilograms to grams. What I love right here in vocabulary is it says convert, to change from one unit to another. So we're changing from kilograms to grams. And I see that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So if I am going to convert 2 kilograms to grams, I'm going to need to multiply 2 times 1,000. And I want you to go ahead and pause and do that. And then let me know what you get. Well, hopefully you got 2,000. So 2 kilograms is equal to 2,000 grams. Now let's go ahead and look at 4 kilograms. What process, now I want you to think, look at what we just did for 2 kilograms. What process would we use to find how many grams are in 4 kilograms? Hopefully you said that we would follow the same process. We would multiply 4 times 1,000. 4 times 1,000. So go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and solve for 4 times 1,000. All right, hopefully you said that 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. So I know that 4 kilograms is equal to 4,000 grams. You'll see all throughout the rest of these problems that there's going to be a lot of different conversions that you're going to work with. Pay close attention and really read through what the problem is asking you, so you can get your conversions right, but I am confident that you guys can do this. Let's go ahead and do one more example together. I would really like us to do number 1 on page 255. Number 1 on 255. And it's going to be using the example up on above to do this. So once again, I want you to go ahead and pause the video, read the example, and then press play once you've read it. So now that you've read the example, let's read number 1 together, which says that Kenny estimates that his kitchen table is about as long as $8 bills. How long is his table? Well, I learned from the example that a dollar bill is about 6 inches or 1 foot or half a foot. Then I learned that $2 bills are about 1 foot long. The 1 yard bill is about $6 bills long. 1 yard is 3 feet. Okay, so if I know that $2 bills is equal to 1 foot, and then I know that Kenny estimates that his kitchen table is about as long as $8 bills. I'm going to think in my mind, I'm kind of creating an equation, and so I know that 2 is equal to a foot, and I need to figure out how long his table is, and I know that there's 8 in total, so I need to think 2 times what equals 8? 2 times what equals 8? And hopefully you said 4. So I learned that Kenny's table is about 4 feet long. $8 bills is about 4 feet long. Now, for the rest of your packet, hopefully these examples helped you, and always come back to this video to reference or go back to the examples at the top of each page to help you. I really want to send you off with just a few focus problems from pages 259 and 260. I would really like you to focus on number 2 on page 259 and then number 5 on page 260. Now, of course, the expectation is that you do the rest of the problems, but number 2 and number 5 are great problems that are going to push your thinking and make you even stronger scholars. Well, I hope you had a great time watching this video this week. I miss you all, and I cannot wait till we get to see each other again. Have a great summer, and I'll see you soon.